Today we're checking out this XK Glow 60-inch tailgate LED light bar with sequential turn signal and universal application, but it definitely fits the Silverado in any truck that has a trailer plug-in for the lights, so let's check it out. As far as the features go, this bar mounts along the bottom edge of the tailgate and adds a wide strip of LEDs that handle multiple functions. They're going to be running lights, brake lights, and reverse lights, and even sequential turn signals when you hit that blinker. The wide and low strip makes your truck more noticeable to any other traffic, and it really helps people behind you see what you're doing, especially at night in bad weather conditions. It is a universal 60-inch length that works great across full-size tailgates and is designed to tie into the factory trailer plug wiring, so you don't have to hack into the wiring harness or do any splicing. Day to day, this is going to make backing up, signaling, and stopping more obvious to everybody behind you, while adding that custom look that fits right in on a modern Silverado and most trucks. Now, when it comes to the construction on this, you are getting a flexible LED strip built into a sealed and weatherproof housing. Now, this has an IPF67 rating, so it's fully protected against dust and moisture intrusion for long-lasting reliability. This strip uses high-output surface mount LEDs set behind a clear lens, and the body is built from durable plastic materials and compounds to keep moisture out and protect the circuit board. The back is going to use this automotive grade adhesive tape so that the mounting points stay put and on the truck even through rain, car washes, and those seasonal temperature swings that can be really finicky with adhesion. Now, as far as the pricing goes on this, it's coming in right around that $200 price range. That is a good value when you think about how much rear visibility and style you're adding to your truck. Now, as far as the install goes on this, it's gonna get rated a 2 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. You should be able to get this job done in 1 hour or less of your time if everything goes smooth. So let's head on out to the shop. We're gonna give you a detailed walkthrough of exactly how this install process goes.
Tools required for this install include a ratchet, wire strippers and crimpers, pliers, T15 torque socket, T-taps, male spades, and alcohol wipes. Today we're installing a tailgate light bar on our Silverado, so let's get started. Now, before we start lighting our mount bar, I'm gonna pop out our driver's side tail light because we are gonna have to grab power for our reverse light, so we're gonna grab that from our tail light. So take a T15 torque socket and remove these 2 screws. And then we're just gonna pull straight back on our tail light. And then I'm just gonna twist to the left on all these bulbs to pop those out. So now we're gonna come to our reverse bulb. We need to grab power off of this. Now this green wire is gonna be your power, the 2 blacks are your ground. So the way I'm gonna be wiring this up is with a T-tap and a male spade connector. This has a little metal piece in there that you're gonna put around the wire. When you close it up, it cuts into the wire. And then the wire on our light bar, we're gonna put this male spade connector onto, and then we're gonna slide these together to make our connection. So I like to put these a little bit back behind the connector, just in case anything happens or the wire splits, you have room to get a butt connector on there to fix your wire. And then just put the wire right in between those metal forks, close up that T-tap, and then just take a pair of pliers to crimp it down and lock the connector. Now that we have that installed, we can go mount up our light bar and then we'll run our wire up here. So now we're ready to mount up our light bar. Now, the one thing you need to know is all of your wires are gonna be over here on the driver's side. Now, you've got 2 ways that you can mount this. You can use the double-sided tape on the back like I'm gonna do, or we do have these clips included in the kit with self-tappers so that you can run it into the plastic behind your tailgate, and then this will just wrap around your light bar just like that and clip it into place. Now, since we're just doing this for demonstration purposes, I'm not gonna be running those self-tappers in there and making holes. I'm just gonna use the double-sided tape. So we're just gonna get this all cleaned up and then stick it on. So now I've got an alcohol pad I'm gonna use to wipe down the metal right behind our tailgate. Now, we can't really get to it from the front, but you can reach your hand up behind the bumper and get to that metal. So now I'm ready to mount my light bar. Now I'm going to be doing pretty much the same thing I was doing with wiping that down. I'm going to kind of angle it into that gap, and then I'm going to go underneath with my hand to guide it into place. So I'm just going to peel this double-sided tape. And then we're just going to carefully move this in and get it all lined up. Make sure we have it nice and straight, and then start pressing it down. So now this small black wire is going to be our reverse wire. That's what we're running up to the T-tab that we installed earlier. So there's a hole in the bottom of the taillight bucket where this wire harness comes up through. So I'm going to go from under the car, run that up into the bucket. We'll crimp on our connector and then connect it all up. Just make sure I run it around the bumper. So now I'm going to trim a lot of this excess off. We'll just have a little bit here so it won't be like dangling or anything. So I'm just going to cut my wire right there, and then strip back some lead off my wire. Twist that up. Slide your male spade connector over that, and then crimp it down. Then we're just gonna give it a little tug, make sure it's on there nice and tight. And then I'm gonna connect that into that T-tab. And now that's all nice and connected, and we can reinstall our taillight. So now we're just gonna put all of our bulbs back into the holes, twist to the right to lock them into place, and then we'll line up our taillight and pop it in. And then just get everything nice and lined up. Slide your taillight into place, and then thread in your 2 screws. Then take your T15 torque socket and tighten those down. So now we just need to plug our connector into our trailer hitch. So I'm just gonna run this right behind the bumper. Just keep that wire out of the way. And we'll plug that in. Just tuck that excess wire up underneath the lip of the bumper, and we're good to go. So that'll wrap up this review and install of the XK Glow 60-inch tailgate LED light bar with sequential turn signal. Thank you for watching, and for all things Silverado, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.